Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do my August wrap up, and I read some really good books in August. It was a pretty good reading month. I was able to read 11 books, which is really good because I work full time, so I was very pleased. If you can't tell, I decorated for fall today. I am so excited, which is why I'm wearing my orange, just to kind of fit the vibe. I just can't wait for fall. So let's get into my August reads so we can move forward and focus on September because I'm just so excited. I have my Goodreads because I don't remember what I rated anything, and we will go in order. The first book I read was When in Rome by Sarah Adams. This was my second Sarah Adams book. The first one I read was The Cheat Sheet, and I liked that one. I gave this one a 3.75 stars. It's about a pop star who runs away. She's like trying to flee her pop star life and just get a break for a couple days, and she goes to Rome, Kentucky, and then her car breaks down on some guy's lawn, and then she has to like stay there and get her car fixed. It is the One of Us is Famous trope, which honestly is why I gave it 3.75 stars. I do not like that trope. I don't think it's been done well in my previous experiences with it, and I don't know, I just didn't really love this book. It felt very slow and I was like forcing myself to read it. It wasn't bad, I just like didn't want to pick it up. Like I wasn't excited to pick it up and read, which is never a fun feeling. So this one I gave 3.75 stars, and I don't know, I have Practice Makes Perfect, which is the second one in the companion novel series for this. I'll probably read it, but I don't know, I'm iffy. I've heard like people either like When in Rome or they like Practice Makes Perfect. I haven't heard a lot of people who like both. Most people that I've heard of like this one and not the second one, so if I don't really like this one, I'm scared to see the second one, but we're gonna try it out and we'll see. Then I read Powerless by Elsie Silver. This is the third book in the Chestnut Springs series, and the fifth one comes out I think in November, and I'm so excited for it. This one was really good. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I think so far the second one is my favorite, and then this one, and then the first is my third favorite, but I still really like the third. But this is my second favorite. This is about a hockey player. This also is One of Them is Famous trope, but I don't know, it was like the way it was written, it wasn't so like irritating. You know what I mean? I don't know. But this is about a professional hockey player and his childhood friend. If you know this series, it's about Jasper and Sloane. They are childhood friends, two lovers, and I really like this book. We got a little hints of Winter, who is Summer's sister in this book, and I really liked her. So I'm super excited to read her story, which I think is the next one. So I'm excited to continue this series. I absolutely love it. The way it's written, it's just so easy to read this. This book is over 500 pages and I literally just flew through it. Like that's how fun and easy these are to read. Then I read Ellie is Cool Now. I feel like I've talked about this book in so many of my videos for some reason, and I gave this book a 3 stars. It was okay. It's about a girl who is a screenwriter for a show in Hollywood, and she's originally from Ohio. She goes home for her 10-year high school reunion, and she wasn't very popular in high school, and she has like this bucket list of things to do for her reunion, like have better hair than best hair, or get a drink with most liked, something like that. It was fine. I just felt like the things that the main character made a big deal about didn't seem like they were big deal worthy in my opinion. Like it was a little bit cringy at times. It was okay. Then I read this big boy. This I gave a 4.5 stars. This is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. If you live under a rock, literally anyone can see this cover and know what it is. This book I really did like. I listened to it on audiobook, so I think for a majority of the time I was kind of confused. I have been meaning to read like a chapter by chapter summary just so I really can like understand what I read, because sometimes with fantasy I feel like you kind of need to do that. But it was good. I will be reading ACOWAR soon. I want to finish this series by the end of the year. It was good. It had me smiling and giggling. Another 4.5 star book that I have is Mary Jane by Jessica Anya Blau. I absolutely loved this book. I thought it was so good. This book is basically about where's my bookmark? This book is about a young girl. I don't remember how old she is. I think she's like 15 or something, and she goes to babysit someone's kid, and the child is 5. And her parents are very rigid and strict, and the kids she's babysitting for they are not at all. Like, this kid can do anything, and it was just plain old fiction, and I absolutely loved it. I like wanted more of the story. Like, I wish there was another one because I want to be in this girl's life still. It was so good, and it was a really good palate cleanser if you're looking for something like that. Then I read The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. This is the third book in the Truly Devious series, which is like a YA mystery series, and it takes place in a school which is for the gifted. Like, they each have things that they're very passionate about, I guess. So their main character, Stevie, she's very passionate about the murders that took place at this school many decades prior. And this book was good. I gave it a 4 stars. I'm currently reading the 4th one, and I'm really liking it. I think it's gonna be my favorite so far. So it's a good series. It's super like easy to read, and they're all on audiobook, which is really nice because I've been listening to them. I just really like it. I like listening to it while I get ready. They're super fun. The next 2 books were pure pain and suffering and heartbreak. And that's Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home and Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, and I don't even know what to say. I annotated both of them. This is one of the only series I have annotated, and I love annotating these books. The quotes, they are amazing. They are so good, but my heart broke in a million pieces at this ending, and then I immediately picked up this to try and figure out what's going on in the ending, and there was nothing. Like, this book ends before this book ends, if you know what I'm saying, like timeline wise. And I saw a TikTok that the Magnolia Parks universe posted, and it was like, when you finally figure out how to tandem read them all. And I would love to know the tandem reading order because that sounds absolutely wonderful. So if anyone knows that or knows where to find that, please let me know, because the way they're like interconnected is so amazing. I thought it would be annoying like reading this one right after this one because it does describe some of the exact same events that happen in this one, but it was so good seeing like different perspectives, and I am obsessed with Julian and Christian, honestly. The only thing I don't like about the Daisy Hates books are the footnotes. But if you don't know, the bottom of the pages have little footnotes. I don't know if it's like that in the new covers. I'm sure it is. I don't think they would change that. I got the new Magnolia Parks cover today actually, but I didn't get the Daisy Hates, so I didn't look at it. But I don't like the footnotes because I'll like see a number like halfway through the page, and then I'll go to read the footnote, and then I'll forget where I was, and I spend like so much time trying to remember where I was and then like what footnote number to read. It was just kind of annoying. Like, I wish they just put it in parentheses next to the text, and that would have done the same thing in my opinion. Sometimes I honestly just skip the footnotes because I was getting frustrated with losing my place in the page. It was annoying. Regardless, these were both 5-star reads. If you can't tell, this series will forever hold a very special place in my heart. I am so excited for February when the 5th book comes out, but I'm so sad this book is coming to a close. Jessa Hastings announced a new book, like a new series. I don't know if it's a series. It's a new book though, and I think it's like a fantasy, which I'm excited to read it, but I need this. I need her to stop writing fantasies and continue writing this because February is not going to come soon enough. But these books were amazing, 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 and I cannot wait to find out what happens because, yeah. Anyways. Next, I read 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I really wanted to read this summer because, I don't know, it's called 7 Days in June. This book was pretty good. I listened to it on audiobook. I gave it 3 stars. It was just really slow for me in a few of the places. It's about a single mom and a best-selling author, and she met this guy back in high school and stuff happened and they went their separate ways. And they spend like 7 days in June together, like now, many years later. And it was nice seeing them like rekindle their relationship, and it was super sweet and wholesome, and I loved the connection she had with her daughter. But there's also parts that were a little like check the trigger warnings, but it was a really good book. I did like this. It was, I don't know, I think it's a romance book, but it was kind of just plain fiction. It was good though. I did enjoy it. Then I finally ripped off the band-aid and I started it. And that's Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This series has been all over everything book related for so long, and that's the Addicted Calloway series. I see the hype, like I get it now. I am almost done with the second book. It's like sitting over there if you can see it, and I am so excited to start the third as soon as I get it. But this one was really good. People say wait till the third, and that's when it really starts to pick up, so that's why I'm super excited to start that one, because I was hooked after this one. It's basically about a sex addict and an alcoholic, and they are trying to have a relationship and struggling, obviously. And it kind of honestly reminded me a bit of Magnolia Parks. They come from money, and I don't know, just the way it was reminded me a bit of it. Nothing will ever compare, but this was really good, and I'm so excited to continue the series. I had to get a second copy of this because my dog peed on the first one, and it's still sitting on my bookshelf. Anyways, I really did enjoy this, and I read it so fast. Something about this, I don't know, I read it so fast, and the way this book is makes it so easy to hold it like this. And I know this is gonna trigger some people, but here, you can be triggered, because if my book flops nicely and I can hold it like this, I love it so much. The Chestnut Springs series, like, no flop to it. So something like this, being able to go like that, ooh, it was so nice. I love me a little when I'm laying in bed. So nice. So I really appreciated that. And then the last book I read in August is What Happens After Midnight by K.L. Walther. I gave this book a 3 stars. This is the same author as The Summer Broken Rules, and I love that book. It was so cute and YA and fun. This one, it was just like, it was too long. And okay, like halfway through, I started picking up on some Taylor Swift references. It's like it was straight up just listing the names of the songs, like in the words. Like it would be like, I know this all too well. Or, we're not in daylight anymore, we're in the afterglow. And it was like, once I picked up on it, I was like, wait a second. There's no way I just read the names of 2 Taylor Swift songs in 1 paragraph. Like, something's gotta be going on. I read the acknowledgements, and yep, she mentions how she takes after Taylor Swift and how she tries to like incorporate bits of Taylor's work. And after I read that, it was the only thing I could notice about this story. And it was like at least 1 a page. And I get like maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4, 1 every like 50 pages. But it was like every half page there was a Taylor Swift reference. It was getting really frustrating because sometimes it like didn't even fit well into the sentence. So like that part kind of started to irritate me a little bit. And then if you don't know, the Summer Broken Rules, they play the game like Assassin. In this one, they're doing like their senior prank. I just wasn't interested in it. Like I didn't care at all. Like the game of Assassin and the other one was like fun and exciting. Whereas this one, I was just like, come on, like I'm bored. This book honestly wasn't the best, but those are all the books I read in August. If you've read any of these, please let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, that's fine. Just do it kindly because I'm sensitive. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Anything you do helps me out so much, and I really appreciate you guys. So I'll see you so soon in my next one. Bye.